Hey folks, Craig Yates, thanks for coming by my website. If you are here, if you're on this part of my website anyway, you are probably a buyer who is just dying to know how in the world can I get my offers accepted. I have 20% down or more and I can't seem to get a break out there in the real estate world. I'm going to answer that question in just a moment. But first I want to let you know it's a very competitive market right now. So if you're working with somebody that's telling you that, they're absolutely right. If you're reading anything different than that on in the newspapers, on the websites, or hearing it in the news, they are dead wrong, at least here in Corona and the Riverside area. See, here's the problem. When you're watching the news is looking at either a statewide or a nationwide picture. They're not looking at a local picture. Here in Corona, we have such little inventory. Back in 2004, 2005, when things are just flying off the shelf, we had about 500 to 700 homes on the market at any given time. And with those 500 to 700 homes, we could not, I mean, it was almost as competitive as it is right now. I'm sorry, let me back up and say it's more than twice as competitive now as it was then. But, you know, it was cutthroat, and it's cutthroat now. And here's the reason why. Last time I looked on the MLS, which was just a few weeks ago, we had 441 homes on the market available. Now I say available because that's what it said in the MLS, but if you would call each and every one of those homes, you would find out that they are short sales, they have multiple offers, they should be taken off the market, but they're not. They're things that are left out. I mean, there's just a whole bunch of junk out there, and when you strip it down, there's about half of those homes that are actually available. So remember back in 04 and 05, we had about 500 to 700 homes on the market, plus all the new homes, and it was very tough to get a home. Prices were getting driven up, multiple bids, you know, 15, 30 people on one house. We're seeing that again. We have a huge number of buyers, but we really, if you take out that half, we really only have about 220 homes on the market. That's a very low inventory, but it causes a huge problem for the buyers and for the realtors representing those buyers. See, you need somebody who's going to fight for you, and this, I hate to sound like Larry H. Parker, but this is exactly what's going on. You've got to have an advocate for you. You've got to have a realtor who understands that you're just not going to look at the MLS and hope that something pops up. You've got to have somebody who's going to go and shake the bushes, who's going to look under the park benches, who's going to knock on doors, who's going to look for alternative ways to get homes for you. And I have developed a list and a rigorous door knocking program. I've got a list of investors and people who are just dying to get rid of their home, whether they bought for an investment and they want to turn it, or if they bought it and they're just in trouble. And they would like nothing less than to have you, somebody who's tickled pink, to have their home, to be actually be able to buy it. They don't want somebody who's coming in as an investor to steal their home from the bank or whatever. They don't want somebody who's coming in going, well, I'll just settle. No, they want somebody who is looking for that home and who is excited to have it. And folks, sign up on our VIP buyer program. It doesn't cost you anything, and all what you get out of it is that you're going to have our undivided attention to help ferret out the homes that are out there. I would go into great length right now, if I could, to tell you about all the things that we do to find that right home for you. Again, when I say the right home, I'm not talking about a home to settle. I'm talking about the right home. We do an awful lot, but if I were to tell you everything on this website, if I were to tell you everything on this video, my competitors would pick it up and they would quickly squash, start to do these things and make it very difficult for my buyers. So I'm going to hold these as closely guarded secrets that I share just with the handful of people that are willing to work with me and that are eager to get into a home. If that's you, if you have 20% down or more, and you're tired, sick and tired of trying to get a home and getting beat out by the next guy, then I urge you to put your information in the box below. I will follow up with you in the next day or two, and we'll go over your needs, get you out to find you the right home. I appreciate the time you spend here, and I look forward to working with you soon. Thanks a lot.